Hello everyone, my name is Jason Colby and this is my third presentation for ICTN 4040, and we are going to be talking about Shodan. What is Shodan? It is an engine that searches a database of banners and headers recovered from scans conducted over TCP ports 21, 22, 23, and 80. What Shodan does. Shodan specifically produces IP addresses, host names, header information, and banner grabs. This means that instead of finding an exploit that works on a target system, you can grab any exploit, then find a system vulnerable to it. Shodan is a passive tool for finding victims for targeted attacks with less false positives, which therefore makes it harder to find. The Shodan engine is more reconnaissance specific than, let's say, a Google hack engine. Google hacking will uncover passwords, server vulnerabilities, firewall logs, and maybe error messages that contain too much information. Shodan does not produce the same kind of sensitive data, but will give you the means to potentially do that. Here where it says this means that instead of finding an exploit that works on a target system, you can grab any exploit, then find a system vulnerable to it. An example of that might be that you're a burglar or a thief of some sort, and you go to a hotel with the intent of going into a room and getting the valuables and that kind of thing out of it. Now, you could go in this hotel and kick doors down, but this may bring a lot of attention to what you're doing, which wouldn't be good, seeing that you're a burglar. Now let's say you walk in and you find a hotel key laying on the floor. Now what you can do is you can take that hotel key and you can go to each door and try the key and keep going until you find the one that will open. And that's kind of how Shodan works as compared to a brute force attack. How it works much like a search engine that finds a victim that matches your criteria. Shodan can specifically target systems using different syntax. Syntax even includes a switch that allows a user to specify geographic location by country. And that's interesting. Just in current events, we've heard about attacks on China or from China. So it could be useful in, say, international cyber warfare. And different syntax options. You can use these same kind of things in Google search and to get different results in your searches. The plus sign is equivalent to an AND operation. The minus, a NOT operation. You can use wildcard symbols. And at the bottom there you see you can also specify the country, the host name, and the ports, and those are limited to those TCP ports 21, 22, 23, and 80. And there's the potential hacker with a very large brain. Can Shodan be stopped? Right now it's highly unlikely that security monitoring teams will be alerted to an attack using Shodan because it doesn't use brute force to infiltrate the system. It can attack so many ways, but all of those are passive attacks. There's nothing that's actually breaking in to the system itself. So that can make it a little harder to deal with and find. It basically just grabs information from the host instead of breaking in to find information. Detection. There is no simple way to prevent an organization from showing up in the Shodan database. If you go to their website and look, they literally have thousands of different companies in their database that are already there, that show queries that you can use to find this information for various companies. The scans, when they're done, will likely trigger similar events to any other reconnaissance scan. So just hard to find in that respect as well. And also, hackers can customize scripts used in the process. So by customizing scripts, that makes it even more difficult to try to find and track down these Shodan attacks. The conclusion? Well, know your system. Know it backwards, forwards, sideways, up and down, around. The better you do, the more likely you're going to be able to catch something like this. But it takes a lot of vigilance to know that an attack like this is going on. And it takes day to day just looking and seeing and knowing the system to possibly see that this attack is happening. And you should check out the Shodan database if you have a company or a large website and see if you are in it. That would be a good way to see if you should be concerned at all. And we have reached the end. I hope you've learned something. I learned quite a bit myself researching this topic, and watch out for those hackers. Here are references. If you have any other questions, just shoot me an email. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.